do have the game as we ready to hop into it now, and we'll see how they end up doing. Still liking TNC a lot, and they're on Radiant, so, you know, it's hard to beat that.
Did we see TNC play Dire in the Birmingham qualifier? I feel like they played Radiant every game then as well.
Radiant is OP, man. That their safe lane pool, the big camp pool is just way too good.
They're two series against
so much.
They're 2 series against Mineski. 4 games of Radiant, 4 wins.
A little bit of a shout out there at the beginning from Cuckoo. Kips is doing it, is what he said. Of course, TNC, a long history with her as the coach under the helm, and then now compLexity also working with her as well. So cool little thing there. A little shout out.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So let's see how this goes. Limp playing on the Tiny. What are the lane matchups looking like? Do they end up going for the Batrider 1v1? It looks like they're trying for it, but it's going to be Z freaking Death down bottom, most likely, who are going to be facing off against them.
Talking about Game of Thrones, look at that Crow Rider set. It's a 3-eyed raven, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it Bran on top? or is Bran the Raven?
If he's just sitting still, it's Bran.
He's waiting. No spoilers, guys. No spoilers. But yeah, this bottom lane is going to be a little difficult for the Bat at the start, but it feels like Z-Freak's going to have to make the move up top sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wyvern's fine.
Oh, this is good. Just forcing him to use his Q. So pretty big cooldown, 50 seconds.
Yes.
I do follow him around. AU's looking towards the mid lane.
Yeah, there we go. And just going to end up denying himself to Roche. 343 doesn't want to live in this world anymore. See you later, guy.
I mean, he knows that for 25 seconds he can't do anything anyway. He's got a cooldown on Arctic Burn.
Yeah, why not? Just head home, get back up. You know, I want to take a number on how many times we think we're going to see 343 die in a way that helps his team this game. Because I want to say that it's going to be like more than 12.
More than 12? Oh, wow.
Like, this is just what this guy does, right? He just keeps on killing himself in a way that helps his team to win. It's just the
Dying
go-to.
to help his team is just political way to say feeding nowadays.
Sacrificial feeding.
Yeah.
Very important that you add the sacrificial at the first.
Exactly. Like, he's going to bring out some extra items for his carry in a second, surely.
Well, like a slipper?
No, he's going to bring out, yeah, like a, I don't know. Yeah, probably a slipper. Maybe some tangos or something. Oh, God, his core, though, up in the top lane. Miracle... Well, he needs some help. He needs a Wyvern here to help him out, but Miracle trying to run away. It's looking like it's not going to happen, and First Blood drawn by AU. The Oracle takes it.
Yeah, we saw it in the qualifiers. TNC ran some of the tri lanes as well just to secure their, I'm going to call it a safe lane farm, even though they are playing off lane in this game. Batrider kind of playing the sacrificial role, even though he usually stomps his lane. There's some Kale going on.
Uh-oh.
And they know that Cuckoo can play these 1v2s without suffering too much. Like, his CS won't look particularly good for the first 2-3 minutes, but as a Batrider, he can go back into the jungle and catch up pretty nicely.
And the thing is, you're playing against Axe, which means that he wants to cut the creep wave, so you're always going to get your creep wave under the tower.
Yep.
So it's not that efficient. What's Phoenix's role there? If they're not playing aggressive, he needs to swap to the top lane and just try to play a tri lane, because basically he's not doing anything at the moment.
And we know TNC don't give up on the tri lane. We used to see it where the tri lane starts, with that kind of Earth Spirit roaming 4, and then he TPs to another lane. TNC stick with 3 heroes.
But this is a win-win situation for TNC, because their carry is farming and they're taking a lot of farm from Spectre.
Yeah, it's definitely a nice start for them. And again, 343 in some trouble. He used his TP to come back, actually. And
he's dead?
Well, yeah, it looks like they're just going to find a punch down again.
Sacrificial feeding number 2.
Yep, it happens. Well, it looks like, all right, 18 seconds. Yeah, is he gonna walk out, or is he just gonna stay in fountain until his TP comes off cooldown? Man, TP off cooldown because you died earlier feels bad.
He's picked up the Quelling Blade. There's the item for the Spectre.
But that's the thing, right? Like, it's a signal of how bad this is going. Spectre can't get to the side shop. Has to have it be brought out by the Wyvern who died.
Now, usually you bring a Wraith Band, some Regen, Magic Wand. Now it's just the Quelling Blade.
Just the Quelling Blade. On the flip side, Axe is 19-0. He's pulling through to the medium camp and farming it up. Small camp even.
He does need to be a little bit careful here. I mean, if Cuckoo, I guess Cuckoo wants to head back and get the creep wave. It's more important, but it does feel like there's potentially kill potential. which is potential a lot. As Tim's going to be brought down, wasn't able to get to the creep camp to deny himself. And this is what you guys were talking about, bringing Z-Freak up top, helping out the tri-lane.
It was desperately needed, but now we see that cooldowns, right?
Yeah.
Arctic Burn, 30 seconds. Icarus Dive, another 20 seconds. As soon as Tim's is back alive, oh, he's actually gone bottom lane. Axe with so much CS in level 4. This is a pretty big kill if they can get it.
He's just going to save the Fissure, and he's dead. Does Axe have any magic stick? Nope. Oh, he just bought it.
Well, and the Firefly is eventually going to get caught up, and Cuckoo claims his prize, and now TP's back to lane. Doesn't miss out on all that much there either. So Cuckoo, off to a very good start.
3.5 minutes in, that kill's worth 327 gold. Like, that's how insane that kill is.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. Oh my God, Armel. This guy is a boss, but he plays it very fast and loose with his HP. Got brought down pretty low in that mid lane, and now Tim's is in position with the Fissure nearby. Is Limp gonna fully commit for this one?
He wants it so bad.
Yeah. I mean, they know that this Earthshaker is here, but Limp is still just comfortable playing back behind the tower. He doesn't care at all. He's going to go for the Avalanche, the toss, thinking about throwing the tree as well, but Armel lives through the harassment.
And Morphe's got so much regen remaining. He can go back down to Agi, Salve, has a Mango. He even had the Fairy Fire as a backup plan.
Yeah.
Limp toss. Oh! Okay. It's level 2 toss.
Give him the Fissure afterwards, a little bit of a deny. So, yeah, it's going a little bit tough there.
Oh, Z-Freak.
He tried.
Ooh, that would have been nice. Instead, he's going to take a couple punches from the Ancients.
Boots first Earthshaker. Gets to the rune first.
He's just going to keep pummeling Limp here for the moment. I'm not sure. Is he going?
He's going to go in.
He's got a Fissure.
All right, they go in. Tim's. Oh, Z-Freak showing up. Tim's doesn't want to go anymore. I mean, it's still really good, right? Like, that's so much pressure being put onto this Tiny, and he does have his bottle brought out, so that's going to help Limp some. Down bottom. Uh-oh. Death in a bad way. Tim's is there, has the Fissure yet again, and they show up. Don't even need to use it. Tim's gets the bounty rune, and Cuckoo is going to get the kill on Death, maybe. Needs another punch, and he gets it.
There's no creeps there.
Wow.
Dire sentry'd this camp to stop Batrider from pulling through the wave that they're, yeah, I guess so.
I mean, Axe would love to farm there, both of these camps. So I'm not sure why they blocked it.
Because I think the fact that Axe is cutting the wave and pulling to the small camp, if Batrider's able to pull the Dire wave into that large camp, it kind of nullifies their maneuver, right?
Gary, if you're going greedy, go
full greedy?
Full greedy.
Come on.
All right, so 2,000 gold lead early on here for TNC. And we talked about liking the draft. So far, it's sort of playing out how we thought it would. It's just going to be up to compLexity to try and weather the tide. But Gabby chases down and kills off 343. Another death for the Wyvern. Oh, he thought about lassoing there. You know he wanted to.
The CS difference doesn't look that big. But the net worth difference is actually climbing pretty quickly on the 3 cores. Like, Axe with 38 CS is, 5th or 6th. Armel does get tossed back onto tower, but it's a Morphling.
Yeah, it's a Morphling, and you're tossing into
no stuns, no hexes,
Phoenix.
nothing.
Yeah, it feels really bad. They need to go away from a mid lane. Even though if they grab a kill, I don't think they're going to benefit much from it. They need to protect the Spectre on top instead. But TNC is doing a really good job just zoning them out every single time. The vision game is there. They can see him approaching, and suddenly he's just dead.
Yeah, Tim's has been doing a lot on this Shaker. He's been having a really good game so far. Picks up the DD, kills off 343 again. 4 deaths in 6 minutes. It's been a tough one so far.
How many of those go up to your 12, Gabe?
I don't think any of them, to be honest. It's been a rough game so far. But yeah, I think that it's sort of just inherently what's going to happen in this game. It's more about trying to wait out the pressure.
The pressure is coming pretty thick, though.
Yeah.
I think everything here for compLexity is going to be predicated around the tiny blink. If he can get a blink at a reasonably good timing and then try and swing that tempo around a little bit, 15 whatever minutes in when he gets it. If he gets a good couple of pickoffs as we get a lasso on the Spectre. Oh, Cuckoo, why are you here? Why are you in the top lane? Leave them alone.
Yeah, meanwhile, Limp actually solo killed Morphling on the mid lane. He should be careful about morphing everything into Agi.
Yeah, I mean, that makes it a lot better for complexity at this point, but still losing your Phoenix, losing the Spectre there. Man, Tim's is just bullying 343. I've just been watching him. He's literally just been following him and punching him. Hasn't even used all of his enchant totems and finds another kill onto 343. Haunt?
Oh, they need to do something with this Haunt.
They really want to find, and they are going to be able to get it. The Avalanche comes in, and that's going to be a kill onto Gabby.
And again, Limp gets it. I think it's way better if Limp gets all the kills to secure a good timing on a Blink Dagger, and then he can start playing more aggressive. Or if he can grab Invis Rune, Haste Rune, even Arcane Rune is extremely good on Tiny. So they should also secure the runes for him.
At this point, I feel like I'd like to see Armel go into the jungle and just let one of his supports, the Oracle, go and sit mid, try and get level 6 a little faster. Because it feels like bottom lane is reasonably safe now. Axe isn't going to be showing there. complexity have been pushed back into a pretty defensive position.
Well, it's just been a feeding frenzy down here as well, it looks like. 10-3 at 9 minutes in.
Well, he actually picked a really cool name for him.
Fitting.
It took me a second there, sorry. It took me a second to figure it out.
I mean, even with all the CS that he had at the start, he's still feeding away a lot of the kills. We can give credit to Earthshaker because he made some really nice rotations. And this is the build that you mentioned, Gary. We see it more often. Spectre, Magic Wand, Soul Ring. It gives you enough sustain in the jungle to keep spamming your Spectral Dagger, and you basically farm 2 camps at once, and it gives you a lot of HP regen. Then on level 10,
Death over at the Ancients. Oh, he's looking for him. They chase it down. Death. He's trying to hide. The Ancients are getting involved. The Oracle dropped down the ward. Oh, whatever. It was beautiful. I don't care. So that was pretty sick, though. So he was waiting back behind it, spotted the ward.
Gabby's in trouble. Tiny's already spent his combo, and in comes Cuckoo. Batrider, nick of time, comes in with a lasso, and Gabby has the ulti to pop and turn around to slay them all. They're dead. They're actually all dead. 3 heroes gonna drop. complexity don't crumble like this. A triple kill for Cuckoo.
Oh, I thought I'm not the one who's controlling the camera, so I just saw Tiny. All right, that troll is dead. Then suddenly he actually used his combo, and troll is life stealing a lot. This is the build that I like to see on Troll Warlord.
Yeah.
Yasha into Diffusal Blade or SNY into Diffusal Blade.
Forget Battle Fury.
Forget it. It's not effective. And it also opens up the objectives so much earlier. It also gives you, I'm going to say, a third slow, since you can use Whirling Axe, Diffusal Blade into...
Oh my god.
Whirling Axes once again, and now they're just falling apart. 5,000 network lead, 10 minutes, and it's not looking good for complexity.
And I very often feel that the Diffusal Blade's kind of surprise factor with the mana burn catches people off guard. Because you're so used to having, like, oh, I've got 3 spells out of this mana pool I have now, and then all of a sudden you lose, you know, 30, 40, 80 mana. It's like, oh, wait, the 3 spells have turned into kind of 2 into 1, and you don't have that combo, or you don't have that turnaround potential anymore.
And all their heroes are kind of mana dependent. Also, you can burn mana through Winter Vibrance heal.
God, I mean, again, you're looking right now at the Troll and the Earthshaker finishing off these stacks. Take a look at the support levels right now in this game. You have a level 4 Wyvern who spent all of that time stacking up those Ancients, and then all of the experience ends up being stolen away by the Oracle. So now you have 2 supports that have their ultis on TNC, and then all of complexity, just they can't do anything.
Yeah, the thing is, the timing on their Blink Daggers, both Tiny and Axe should probably get it around the same time. Wait, this...
I was thinking the same thing, my dude. Tiny is very far away. He's gone phase bottle on top of the bracer.
So it means that you're not gonna have a hero who will try to initiate fights. Axe still 1,000 gold away from it, and both supports, Phoenix and Winter Wyvern, they really can't initiate a fight. They need someone else to go in so they can use their skill set.
So you're saying they need a 6th hero in the game? That's what I'm hearing right now.
Exactly.
Because they don't really have somebody that does that. I mean, like normally you would want to make it just anybody at all, but at this rate, they're not going to be getting to those GPM talents. They're not going to be getting to the items that they need in time. Yeah, this is looking like a completely runaway game here for TNC.
Look at how freely they can play as well. Like, Gabby just takes top tier 1, no contest at all. compLexity being spotted every step of the way. Deep observer wood in the dire jungle, one in the lane mid. TNC know exactly where Cole are.
This Earthshaker's going to get his Blink Dagger before Tiny does.
Yeah, about the same time as the Axe, right? Axe 1700.
Well, Death is going to be sort of that bright spot right now for compLexity, it feels like, as he tries to get some more stacks there. Didn't quite get the Ancients, but still able to get the other camp. And I think that that's really one of the big turning points in this game, was the fact that Death didn't get those Ancient stacks cleanly. Because they were probably hoping that Limp could go into like more farming and, you know, getting a little bit more tanky before the battles started to break out.
The problem for them right now is that Axe loves the jungle. Same goes for Spectre. Phoenix also in the jungle because he can't make any rotations. Winter Wyvern is still not level 6, 14 minutes in.
And Tiny needs the jungle to try and catch up on the farm towards Blink. Such a congested area, this dire jungle now. And the fact that TNC are playing into it towards that top tier 2, shoving them out of the safe farming areas. Spectre has to come bottom.
Yeah, I love the build in Cuckoo. Boots of Travel, you need to have that extra wind lay since it's percentage based, and then Hood of Defiance. So he's not gonna die. He's only afraid of being blown up by a Tiny. Also Bracer on top of it, just to tank up a little bit on top of Magic One. So this hero is extremely tanky.
Oh, and they just stacked up the entire dire jungle, and now we're gonna steal it away from him. Damn. More and more space being controlled, time being wasted. TNC are on top of everything, and it looked really close, like Cuckoo was just going to dive tier 3s in a second there just to try and get a solo kill. But they're smoked up right now. They want to try and find an opening with the Blink Dagger, and they do spot Gabby there. Haunt comes out as well. Death not in range to find that Blink initiation. And the smoke breaks, Miracle chases, but I don't think that they have an opening. The Fissure interrupts it. This isn't going to work. They have to turn around.
They don't have Winter's Curse. Their entire team fight is based around Winter's Curse to set things up, but now Spectre's just dragged back into the Firefly.
Well, they do have the Sunray down, and Death also able to find the Troll. This could look okay for them if they can find somebody, but Cuckoo, monster killing spree, and Gabby chases, gonna need to run back and away, or just continue to chase forward. 3-4-3 goes down. Death is also likely to fall here, although they switch back over into the other side. Armel battling off against Death, and with one more adaptive strike in a second there, it should be enough to just about get the kill. Double for Armel. This is completely destructive.
That's a dieback. How many deaths you say he's gonna have?
Well, Gabe said 12. That would help his team.
Yes, that was my big flaw in my logic there.
So the thing with that fight is Tiny came a little late, and Morphling tracked his movement every step of the way. Tiny came in from the south side through his jungle. They saw him with an observer ward. Morphling just said, whatever, let the Tiny go off and kill the Troll. I'm going to kill 4 other heroes on the right-hand side of the fight near their tier 2.
The initiation was not there. That was a Blink Dagger reveal on top of Spectre Haunt. They didn't catch anything. Good egg placed from Z-Freak in the middle of a fight. They protected the egg, but they have no damage right now. If Tiny uses his combo, they don't kill anything. I don't see them actually getting any kills.
Yeah, like it was a nice Berserker's call into Supernova, right? The stun lands, the Supernova pops, everything's good. But if they don't have the Winter's Curse to, they need some kind of fight continuation. That's what the Winter's Curse is there for, to either set up for the Supernova or to continue the fight and make it, reset the cooldowns on a hero like Tiny, who wants to go in for round 2 to get another kill, another large amount of burst damage. And they just don't have that. They also don't have that natural aura carrier. There's no Vlads, there's no Greaves, there's no Crimson Guard. They've got a Vanguard on Axe, but outside of that, they don't actually have any teamfight sustain, whereas TNC have an Oracle.
Are you reading chat? Too much light, they have 5 glasses.
That was really good. No, it was funny too because they're like, please, the lights are too bright, and then Miracle did the all chat from Spectre, which was, I do not understand. And then he said 5 sunglasses, that's why. Oh, that's great. If you know you're about to die, consider entering a neutral... Oh, okay, switched it up. Each here... Oh, God, thank you very much, Scriff. I appreciate it. You are just trolling me at this point. Unbelievable. Scriff, I just can see it right now. He's in the back room giggling to himself, and... Okay, he is. That's what production said. Thank you very much. So 18-4, man, Cole are not going to be giggling to themselves right now. This has been a catastrophe. I don't even know. Like, where do you really even try and go from this point forward? Because you look at I mean, I guess you need to get level. Do they have level 6 on Wyvern?
This is the thing that I've been whining about for the past 5 minutes. Is they don't have Winter's Curse.
Lights got brighter.
Have they bought Tome?
Yes,
they have, right? Z-Freak.
So that was what I was talking about. The whole problem there was that like the Ancients went down, and it was
Oracle leeching,
and none of the supports from from Cole. Which to me feels like it's kind of on death a little bit, that he should wait to clear those until his supports are nearby. But
it's difficult when you're in such a scramble, right? Like you know that this game is pretty heavily on your shoulders. You need to get that blink dagger.
Right.
Get it as quickly as you can.
Well, Cuckoo here. We talked about his build, going back for the drums next. No need for a blink dagger, just run at people.
Oh, look at Spectre's item build. I like to see that.
Sorry,
she should
build?
add heart on that in quick buy. Because you're planning to play this game for another 40 minutes.
She should go back to 5.84 and get Aegis queued up in there. What was the recipe? 2 plate mails and a chain mail or something?
I don't know. I was a chef at that point. Uh-oh, jump in. That's a chance.
That's a big catch. If they can kill him.
Cuckoo is very tanky. Cuckoo is not dying.
He does a lot of damage as well.
Cuckoo is just, he might actually just kill death.
Tiny has his blink.
Turn around, Avalanche toss, and back the Oracle, Fate's Edict, and the walk away.
He's got False Promise in 2 seconds as well, if he can get it off.
Oh! They still get it, though. Able to find that kill. Morphling shows up and not going to walk back into that egg. They are still going to be able to find that stun afterwards, I think. No, the stun is not going to connect onto them. They turn and try and fight 3-4-3, who had the audacity to turn and throw out his own winner's curse.
Death number 9.
As it is going to go down. Double kill for Armel.
Yeah, they can go into Roche Pit right now. They have double life steal.
That's without. Did they reveal Blink? Yes, I don't think they did. So there's Blink Echo.
They saw him.
No, there's Blink Echo now.
From the fog. Z-Freak will try to snatch it, but Tim's
interrupting.
needs to hit him.
Oh, Limp, jump in, Avalanche toss, trying to steal away Roche. He's able to find themselves the kill onto Gabby, so Armel, the only core left in there, and they jump back in the haunt. He's able to steal it. Miracle gets the kill on the Aegis. The Echo Slam comes out. But Cole did it. They did it.
It's something.
Well, they grabbed the kill on Troll, and they denied the Aegis from them.
I don't know if
they got the Aegis kill, too. They got the Roche kill. Yeah.
I don't know if it stops the machine of TNC, though. I don't feel that removes what TNC have been doing this entire game.
No.
There's still an 8K lead. compLexity is still down in the dumps, trying to get towards level 10s.
I guess the other thing, too, about this is oftentimes you try and end the game with the second Aegis. And I think that they can take all of the outer tier 2s still and then put themselves in a position where, you know, you take it.
2 more.
Man.
We're at 10.
Almost there.
When do we stop counting?
When we get to 12.
When the game ends. I don't know.
I praised the Cuckoo's build in this game, and we saw how efficient it was. Even drums on top of it. Does he have anything else, Gary?
Just got 1.3K gold saved up.
Yeah, he's ready to go. Oh, man. And Tim's finds Mr. Miracle, who is going to be potentially ran down yet again. They have the flame break. There is a blade mail, and that's going to stop them from going in as the DD Tiny runs into position. Looks for a blink. Oh, but it's not going to be in range. Tim's gets out.
Yeah, again, the warding from TNC just spots everything coming. There's a nice play there with the Boots of Travel up towards top. Tim gets the catch. Batrider TP's in. Can't quite finish the Spectre, though. But it forces Miracle back to base, so that's a good 40 seconds where Spectre's not farming.
I would love to see heat map on side of compLexity. I don't think they crossed the river for the last, 15 minutes after taking a tier 1 tower on the bottom with Axe.
That's your heat map.
Pretty much, man. This has been a very difficult game for them. And yeah, at the 20-minute mark, a 10,000 gold lead, you do start to wonder, you know, at what point do they... I mean, I guess the Roche win was probably the biggest thing. So now they just need to prepare for the next Roche fight, is your goal if you're Cole?
Yeah, just steal the next Roche and deny Aegis and repeat.
Sounds good.
I think they need a bigger plan than that.
Right. I think you try and make a fight happen around one of your tier 2s. Like I don't think you should be defending bottom tier 1.
Yeah. It was a good catch. Like, he was able to catch him mid-dive with lasso, but
I think if you can set up for, at the very least, mid-tier 2, with some kind of combo play with your ultis, you've still got a good chance of fighting as complexity. Like, you do have the wombo combo. And Spectre has Haunt ready in a couple of seconds.
Well, and you can see here also, like, Miracle goes to try and, like, clear out these camps. Death is already there waiting and, like, takes away the hard camp from the Spectre. It's like everybody feels like they need to operate in the same areas because that's the only place they can play at right now.
This is the best rune that Axe could get. He picked up Illusion rune, will cut a lot of the creep waves.
Does he cut top and mid? Yeah, he does. That's really handy, because they know that TNC won't go high ground bottom lane. They've got to come back and reset both mid and top.
Well, and I don't think that they've spotted them yet either.
They spotted the top one, the top Axe for sure. Earthshaker pinged it out.
Okay. So yeah, they do see it, and they'll come and clear those up. Looks like, but they're able to take away a couple of those creeps first. And a little bit of an avalanche, a toss up into the air. Tim's trying to run away. They chase down a little bit more. Z-Freak following. Because everybody had to go back and deal with those illusions, they find a kill onto Tim's. It's something.
Yeah, they're slowing TNC down more and more. I just don't know how they can move forward. Like, complexity have to wait for TNC to come to them, right? There's no great way for them to make that aggressive move. They're going for a smoke.
Yeah. If they can grab a pick off, just to give Spectre time so she can get closer, not to Radiance, actually, to Relic, because in this game she's not having a really good time.
My worry is if they get caught up in a proper team fight, like if TNC are together as 4 or 5 and they go and smoke as 3, the 3 is just never going to be strong enough.
Yeah, but they will just lose a tier 2 tower. I don't think they can lose the Rax as both supports low level, which means they're going to respawn fast.
DD Tiny going to be picked up here. This is not spotted yet, but it will be on that Radiant ward, so they'll have an idea that this is coming on from Limp. So yeah, that smoke doesn't get them anything.
You can see how tentatively they play, right? They smoke, they kind of move down towards the dire jungle, they draw lines on the map, and they still don't have that confidence to move forward. Axe will play just offset from the Spectre, though. Make sure that she's protected.
It's a big old stack here for Mr. Cuckoo and Gabby to take.
And again, Cuckoo with the nice itemization in this game has the Yule Scepter because he realizes once Axe goes in with that Blade Mail, he's just going to Yule Scepter him up, and doesn't even have a Blink Dagger now because of the Spectre Haunt, so does not want to get cancelled. Might get Blink eventually at one point.
Yeah. Well, Armel finishes off the Scotty now. Going to go back for the E-Blade afterwards. They're getting their items up. And there is still the strong teamfight potential from Cole, but it's a smoke up coming from TNC. That might have been spotted just barely on the ward here if they're scouting out mid. So it looks like 343 is going to be there to try and break the smoke. And they will spot him out. Gabby is there. I don't know about that one.
I'm not a fan. That's a panic.
Yeah.
Winter's Curse for sure.
Me have spells, me use them.
See, I'm a big fan of people using their spells, but you're going to get picked off again?
And they use Haunt now as well. If they can turn this fight around, it could be decent for them, but I'm not sure if it's quite going to happen. They want to keep Limp alive. They have the Sunray out as well as they chase him down, but Armel shows up. They're going to find a kill regardless. Now, no Winter's Curse and no Haunt. TNC are good to go. Jumping call?
That's a nice... Oh, they've got a save, though, from the Oracle.
And it turns it back around. So the jump in, they're going to be able to find the Enchant Totem, catch the kill onto Z-Freak. Death is dead as well. They give Limp the tip, and oh, it hurts.
Morphling's positioning was super good. Turns into the Tiny, gets the displacement with a toss onto the real Tiny, shoves him back in, and then he cuts him off at the pass by, you know, shutting down the rest of complexity so there was no safe potential. Cole just feels real disjointed in this game.
Yeah, and that's just another death for 343. He hits the mark at 12, and we are going to have a tier 3 tower go down. TNC, I mean, Cuckoo's ready to dive. He doesn't care right now. Does still have a Yule Scepter available afterwards if they want to. We'll see what they decide to go for. There is no tower taken for the bottom tier 2, but it looks like they're going to play it a little bit safer on TNC and back for the Shrine.
Yeah, they don't have to rush anything. Roche may respawn in 30 seconds, and they're just going to take the Shrine and reset. They don't have any big ulti cooldowns. Even if they don't have the Echo Slam or Batrider ulti, they can still take a fight.
Get the bounties. taken away. And I think that right there is like emblematic of this. What's been going on this whole game is just TNC one step ahead of complexity constantly.
It's only a lane of racks.
Okay.
Spectre nearly has Sacred Relic.
Amazing.
Spectre is a very powerful hero late game.
Gotta stay positive.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here and say that complexity, if they can last another 30 minutes, then maybe they've got a chance to win.
Hey, look at that. It's the big old dream right there.
Honestly, like another 10, 15 minutes and this game starts to become not challenging or difficult, but definitely a little easier for complexity.
Right. And I think that is the problem, though, is that I don't think this game is going to last another 5 minutes.
I'm with you.
I'm the one who's realistic always. One more team fight and they're going to call it.
Yeah.
Because they are not winning a team fight.
Especially if it's Spectre that's dying like this. Really nice smoke. And she doesn't want to... Did she buy Relic yet? No. If you buy back, the dream is over. But you have to buy back because you're losing a second lane of barracks.
You should not buy back because you don't deal any kind of damage. No. You still have Blade Mail against the Batrider. It's cool, yeah, but it's not worth it.
She's buying back. She just bought Yasha.
All right.
Oh, no. See it. 25 seconds. They're just letting the lane go.
Yeah, Yasha is a budget Radiance.
Heard it here first, guys.
Oh, look at that. Haunt comes out as well, draining the Mana of Limp. They have the Winter's Curse onto Oracle, the most...
Oh, my God.
God, gets
Are you serious?
He is not... Oh, there we go. That's a way to do it. Just take the dunk. The Yule Scepter came a bit too late there, but the Echo Slam connects onto 3. The follow-up was there as well as Gabby turns onto death. They're going to buy back on this Winter Wyvern with nothing left in the tank. Gabby also turns now, is going to drain mana from Z-Freak and just beat life out of him as Limp tries to finish off this troll and is going to be able to find it. Armel switches back over to the side though, and now Cuckoo living through it all. They actually are able to turn this, but they lost their racks.
What a messy fight.
Yes.
Tim's is still coming back in. He's bought back and wants to continue. Can Morphling re-enter the fight though?
Well, he's thinking about it.
Avalanche toss? He definitely can. Oh, no, he can't.
I mean, he can, but he's going to die. That's a really, really sloppy execution from TNC. With all the gold advantage that they had, they should play more careful. And after that Spectre bought back, they should just try to re-engage. They have 2 Yule Scepters, a Fissure, and I think it's an easy way to do it. And Yasha, extremely effective on Spectre 28 minutes in.
Come now. Come now, Lacoste. I think the staggering of the ultis by complexity was really what won in the team fight. They had the Winter's Curse in the back on the Oracle, 23 HP. The Oracle survives on, gets his false promise, but then they dunk him down, and then that means there's no save on the troll. He's forced to hold his BKB and his battle trance for kind of mid-team fight, which caused a few problems for him because he didn't have it at the very end when Tiny comes back in and dunks him down. And Z-Freak also had Supernova at the very end, at the very tail end of the fight.
Now he picked up a gem, so they will get rid of the vision that the TNC has. Also Roche spawn, so Cheese and Aegis. That's going to be our next team fight.
Well, it does feel like right now, if you're TNC, you don't really have to worry that much about going into there. Like, I mean, if 3 heroes hitting on the Oracle can't kill him, it's kind of that situation where it's like, it doesn't really matter. Like, if you get Winter's Curse in the pit. I guess kind of it does. Avalanche toss. And AU not able to save himself. Armel switches back over to the side. Death able to find the call into 1. It's just for Cuckoo. And they will back out now. So TNC again playing it somewhat safe there. And Cole able to find themselves a pick off. It's at least something.
The awkwardness of Avalanche.
Yeah. I wonder, like, if you just change a couple of cast points, this, like, heroes become so much better against Tiny now.
Yeah. Is Fate's Edict faster to cast than False Promise?
Yes.
It is, right?
Yeah. But, I mean, the problem is that you're still going to be, like, stunned and all, getting right-clicked.
Yeah.
A lot of the damage comes out early.
GPM talents kicking in.
Oh, I was just about to say the exact same thing.
Wyvern, he might actually get an item in this game.
The problem is also Oracle's is kicking in, and his is a little bit bigger.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that last night, weren't we?
Yeah.
Level 15, 120.
I love this hero.
Anyone else GPM talents in this game? No, right?
I don't think so.
No.
Oh, Limp walks forward. Cuckoo. It's just going to dodge away from that avalanche, but it's going to be Armel finishing off the tower here, it looks like, as he switches over into the Tiny. Keeps the tree, gives the punch. And Roche is open, and Gabby is gladly going to come and claim it.
Yeah, they've got all the lanes pushed in. Spectre's showing down bottom, has Haunt, finished off the Manta, going into Diffusal next, so no Radiance.
This is a good ward, though. I love this ward placed down by Cole, down in the river, which does give them vision of it. So they're going to know that Roche is going on, but doesn't look like they feel comfortable going in for it.
They're not going to make it in time.
Yeah.
They're trying. It's already dead.
Yeah, Limp just a little bit too little too late as they finish it off there. Going to smoke up immediately afterwards, and Limp is going to have to retreat.
Are they staying? Oh, Z-Freak, not like this.
That's a bold call. And Cuckoo, almost about to find him, and 343 was not a hero. Z-Freak is also going to be going to the grave here, it looks like. Double kill for Armel. They have buyback on the Phoenix, but not the Wyvern.
Yeah. They even lost the gem. Tiny has a Shadow Blade, so Oracle will be safe. The reason why he picked it up, they want to blow Oracle or force him to use False Promise on himself.
That felt like one of those moments where it's, I shouldn't do this, and someone tells you just do it. Just kill the ward, it's fine.
Yeah. Well, they find themselves the Tiny, and well, that Sunray is actually not helping him out this time because it was from Armel as they chase forward, find Limp, get the kill. AU saves himself as the Spectre went on him, and Miracle now left in no man's land is going to be chased down. They do find a call here onto Armel as they try and chase him, but he is also going to be okay. Miracle lives, they back out, reset, but without a Tiny.
Wyvern alive in 15 seconds, but they're going to be against Mega Creeps.
And possibly one last hurrah as they do use the glyph. The jump forward Echo Slam, the fissure connecting onto two. Tim's has had an amazing game so far, and it's capped off with the Echo Slam and the finish. As GG well played is called, compLexity just never had a chance.
Yeah, they did not cross the river for 25 minutes, so that's not how you win the game. You still have Spectre as your insurance, but she did not have a good game. So no Radiance, was forced to buy a Blade Mail, and then Yasha. For a moment, it looked like they might win a team fight, but it was just a really bad execution from TNC, bad positioning from an Oracle, and all they needed was one more fight.
So I kind of want to get an idea from you guys where you feel like this went so wrong in the draft. Because for me, it was like Oracle, Morphling opening, and then you had Wyvern, Tiny, which to me still feels fine, right? That doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. But do you think that like Phoenix Axe just not having those disables for Morph was the problem, or was it something else in you guys' opinion?
I guess you pick Axe and Phoenix to dominate the lane, and then the lane setup from TNC was just way too good. Try lane to secure their farm on Troll, remove the farm from Spectre, and we saw the rotations from Earthshaker. Batrider on the bottom lane was not having a good time, but Phoenix was forced to rotate to the top. Their tri lane is not as strong as TNC's, and again, good rotations from Earthshaker. He was everywhere this game.
I'm not even sure there's like a drafting issue. I kind of liked the difference in styles, and I kind of liked the game plan, the idea from compLexity.
Yeah.
No, like they knew what TNC wanted to do. I just feel that TNC were much more effective, and they were more well-honed as a machine and as a unit in doing what they wanted to do. compLexity had moments of indecision and kind of timidness where they didn't go and play confidently.
Yeah, that was, and I think that that's kind of marked a big problem for Cole that we've seen in the qualifier matches for them. When they're playing in MDL, it looked amazing, the qualifiers for it. And a lot of times it was with this same Phoenix. But now you're sort of getting into this situation where like supports either aren't on the same page or there's some type of issues there. And I think that probably one of the biggest issues is I remember around that like 8 to, or I guess it was the 10-minute mark after Tome, right? And Phoenix had just gotten level 6. Wyvern was still down at level 4. And then all the other supports were at like 6 or 7 or something like that. And I mean, maybe, I don't know, do you think that you need to try and change it up again for Cole going into the next game? Is there anything you guys would like to see different, really?
I feel like they don't have a playmaking hero in a lineup like this. Yes, Tiny can make some move, but what are 4 other heroes doing? You basically have Winter Wyvern and Phoenix, they don't like to move for, like they are not gonna make a first move. You need someone else to engage a team fight or just start a gang, and it's really hard with those kinds of heroes.
But you've got the Tiny and the Axe to do it. It just felt like the laning stage, if it went 15, 20% better. Like, I'm not talking about big differences here, but just little differences here and there. Like the Earthshaker, you mentioned Tim's played exceptionally, making rotations bot, killing that Axe and getting like 350 gold off of the Axe as the first kill was big. And then you delay his farming in the jungle, the Oracle stealing out XP from the Ancients. Just all these little things add up throughout the duration of the game. And I think TNC outplayed complexity to such an extent that the draft probably just didn't matter in the end.
Yeah, I guess that's true. It was always them being the ones that were making that active move and knowing where they wanted to go, like having a game plan. All right, we're going to get Armel super farmed by ganking mid a couple of times, because there were a couple of times where we saw the Earthshaker rotate in and they didn't find anybody out either. Like there wasn't an opportunity for a kill there, but that pressure meant that Lim had to play a little bit further back. So you have these people that are like applying all this pressure, and it just gives him a freer game that he might have had otherwise. Very, very cool. I'm excited to see where the continuation of this series goes. But we are going to have a little bit of a break now. We get ready to hop into this game number 2. So stay tuned, everybody. More from ESL One Mumbai right after this.